anybody of any race or color that knows him and has known him for years, they love him. I mean, there's a clip of Mike Tyson. Where he says, yeah, I'm voting for Donald Trump. What are you going to do about it? He's on a podcast with some dudes, and like, what are you going to do about it? He's like, well, I'll disagree with you. He's like, okay, so what? What are you going to do? And then he's talking about Donald Trump. He's like, yeah, you'll vote for Donald Trump because he's made you a lot of money. He's like, no, I made him a lot of money. Mike said. Right?
Right. That's an interesting way to look at it.
And you really good friends.
Right.
Really good friends.
Why do you think people have been trying to kill him?
Man, this whole thing is so crazy. The narrative that has been flipped on Donald Trump is...
Shoot, different type of loading me.
See, this is what all guys should be striving for. Find yourself a woman who'll just act like that. In the middle of Walmart or wherever you are, it's just you'll never get tired of that. Ugh. I just got chills. Damn.
Shoot, different type of loading me.
Hey, $12.95.
It's not until he says the person's name for when things get creepy. Take a look.
Dispatch to 329. Yes, sir. Who are you talking to? Did you say Miss Abigail?
Yes, ma'am. She says she wants to see Mr. Christian, and I told her that the cameras is closed, that she should come tomorrow morning, and she might see Mr. Christian.
Are you sure you're saying Miss Abigail? Like, she's been passed on for 2 years now.
Oh, I get what that is?
Miss Abigail she died 2 years ago.
You mean you can't see the person I'm talking to?
No, there's nobody in front of you at all.
Talking to. It's not until he says the person's name for when things get creepy. Take a look.
I don't like that.
This worm just came out of this cricket. I don't know how I feel about it, but hopefully the cricket went to heaven and that worm went to hell where it came from.
What do you guys want to say to Young and Ace, if you can say something to him?
Quit the violence. My mom, know your mom. Just quit the violence. Like, we don't want to get into this, and especially when we live close to your block. That's not real good. And also, I feel like y'all need to stop all this violence talking about each other's dead relatives. Because I know in some part of your heart, you feel messed up. Just how I said I wasn't on no side. Like, when I heard them talk about how Baby got on the floor and he was crawling, screaming, please don't shoot me, it was sad because you laughed at it like it was a joke. Death is not a joke. Death is something you don't want to play with. Because when you die, you're gone.
Ace, if you can say something to him.
Quit the...
What do you guys want to say to...
Isn't that traditional? Like, traditional?
You're not a traditional what? Are you smart?
Fucking die.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how smart are you?
8.
All right, we're going to test that out, all right?
Cap.
Some months have 30 days. Some months have 31 days. How many months have 28 days?
1.
You sure?
Yep.
7 plus 9 is 15. What is 5 plus 7?
15.
All right, we in the building.
Black woman ain't into our minds. She like the white boy. She get on our body. Put that body to work, nigga. For me. It ain't. She don't want to help elevate your mind. She ain't recommending no books for you to read. No, it's no vitamin. And she ain't reading. And she ain't encouraging you to work out. Yeah. Come on, man. Let's go to business. Man, it's all about her. Yeah. When it's time to fuck, it's all about her. See, the black woman, sexually, is the most laziest motherfucker in bed. Because the Chinese wash your ass, you wash your feet, give you the salt and all that before she fuck you. The white girl let me, him, and everything just please you. It's all about her. The black woman is the most selfish female that we have to encounter. Because her mother done taught us to be that toward us. From the time she can start understanding, her mother have taught her to be this way. If she hadn't watched her mama with a man, homie, she don't know what to do with us than to use us for our body and our money. She don't value the fact that you honest, you loyal, but you broke. Honest, loyal, broke man don't mean shit with black woman. And listen, man, I know that okay, so the black woman ain't into our minds. She like the white boy. She get on our body. Put that body to work, nigga. For me. It ain't. I want you to fuck my face until you nut in my mouth.
Monday afternoon. We in the fucking stew. We in the stew. On the Monday afternoon. Another work day. I ain't had no Zoom. I headed home to watch some cartoons. Yo, what's good? How you doing? Yo. Damn. All right. We're gonna try to do a little painting today. Who that? The Boozy. What's good? On this big ass Monday, my guy. You still on the clock? Or you off? You might be on the clock still. Y'all be working them long ass. Them niggas be working the 9 to 5s for real. Go to work earlier, man. Tell your boss I need to be here at 6:30 so I can leave at 2:30. I don't need to come here at no 9 o'clock in the morning. Stay here till 5. I'm here all day. He said I'm still on the clock. I know. Big man on campus. Hey man, give me your manager number. I gotta tell him your day need to start earlier, bro. Ain't no one here. It's 3:30. This nigga still ain't work, man. I gotta get you up out of there sooner than this. Unless you like that schedule. You know, unless you like that schedule. Bro. Oh, hey, I did it. Bro, hey, everybody, listen to me real good. Yo, Garland, everybody. Oh, not everybody. It's only if, hold on. It's only if you're in certain states. Where did it go? I just had this thing. I know I did. All right, this right here. Inbox. Oh, no, not that one. This right here. All right, so this right here says, if you are in Pennsylvania, Nevada, Arizona, Michigan, Wisconsin, or North Carolina, Colorado don't, damn, bro. But if you're in one of the 7 swing states, Elon Musk has put out a petition. It's a petition in favor of free speech. This stream, Instagram, YouTube, this stream is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional and I do not give out any advice of any kind. I do not hold any degrees in any field, whether it be economic, scientific, religious, or otherwise. So don't believe anything I say at all because I'm doing this for fun and this stream is for entertainment purposes only. If you think something that I say is true, I advise you to do your own research and figure things out for yourself because I am wrong most of the time. And that is because this stream is for entertainment purposes only. So I do not want you to take anything that I say literally or seriously. This is just for fun, people. Everything I'm doing is for fun, and this stream is for entertainment purposes only. But if you live in one of these swing states, and you sign, the petition says, petition in favor of freedom of speech and the right to bear arms. The First and Second Amendments guarantee freedom of speech and the right to bear arms. By signing below, I am pledging my support for the First and Second Amendments. In appreciation for your support, you will receive $47 for each registered vote you refer to sign this petition. Our goal is to get 100 million registered voters in the swing states to sign up in support for the Constitution, especially freedom of speech and the right to bear arms. This program is exclusively open to registered voters in Pennsylvania, Nevada, Arizona, Michigan, Wisconsin, and North Carolina. Expires on October the 21st. So you have today. But if you sign a petition, you get $100 just for signing a petition. Elon Musk is gonna give you special offer. Oh no, this is just for me. Special offer for Pennsylvania registered voters. Sign a petition and get $100. Refer a petition signer and get another $100. So I did this shit today, yo. I signed a petition and I told my coworkers to sign that shit and put me down as the reference. Yo, Elon Musk and the gang, bro. So if you're in one of these states, man, they trying hard. Yo, Miss Lovely, all right, how you doing? If you're in one of these swing states, they're trying hard, bro. And he's not saying support Trump or vote for Trump or any of that shit. He's saying support the Constitution. The First and Second Amendment are at the top of the list for a fucking reason. And number 2 is there just in case number 1 doesn't work. What's the First Amendment? Anybody know what the First Amendment is? Freedom of speech. Second Amendment. A right to bear arms. So I get to say what the fuck I want to say whenever I want to say it. And if you don't allow me to say what I want to say when I want to say it, then I have the Second Amendment, bitch. So come get it, one way or the other. I wrote a speech fucking 15 years ago for the Tea Party about the Second Amendment. I'm a big Second Amendment supporter. Hey, one of the best inventions in the world is the goddamn gun. The gun has conquered and secured a lot of shit. You better have you one. Everybody should have the right to bear the gun. Entertainment purposes only. I'm not promoting violence or nothing. I'm just stating facts. This not water. I'm letting y'all know right now, this not water. Yeah, so if you're in Pennsylvania, Nevada, Arizona, Michigan, Wisconsin, or North Carolina, go grab this petition today. It expires today. Go ahead and get your little $100. Elon Musk, the richest man in the world. You know what I'm saying? He got a couple bucks he can throw away. It's a tax write-off. That shit ain't nothing but a tax write-off. But he says too, it also says though, on top of the $100 that everyone gets just for signing the petition, he's going to pick one person from each state to give $1 million to. So you're going to make 7 people a millionaire. Once again, that ain't shit for him. $7 million, that ain't shit, yo. That's crazy. Like when you're fucking a billionaire, but with all your assets and investments, you're actually a trillionaire. $7 million is not shit, bro. He can make way more millionaires than that if he wanted to. But yeah, he said everybody who signs up gonna get some bread, and you're gonna have a lottery for that extra winner to be the big man with the $1 million. Yo, let me get that $1 million, yo. I ain't gonna quit my job. But I'm gonna need FMLA for a minute. I don't feel good. My bank account is so heavy it hurt my back. I need FMLA for about 6 months. You know? Hold my spot. I'll be back. I'll be back in a minute. I gotta go spend 200,000 real quick. Get some shit together. Let me get $1 million. Shit. Go ahead and invest that. Cause I already know 200 grand gone off the top. I'm about to go buy this building over here that I've been wanting anyway. Go grip that shit up. Hey, find a couple other little properties. Hey, and go back to work for about 6-7 more years. And then I'll sit down after that. Get some real estate established. Find me a little gallery somewhere and buy me a little gallery spot. I'm good. But it's a real thing though. So much so that I actually seen a post today also that our governor Shapiro is talking about, oh, we need to investigate Elon Musk. Why is he trying to give citizens of Pennsylvania money? Because, bitch, we don't want you in there no more. You fucking Democrat. Nah, Shapiro was pushing for legislation on marijuana reform hard, yo. He wanted to decriminalize it. But I also think that Democratic run states are doing that to maintain the black vote, knowing that once again, black people earn per capita the lowest annual income of all the ethnic races. Like, we're the poorest people around here. Okay, so what you're saying is if we legalize marijuana, it would benefit the African American community financially, socially, mostly the social aspect of it, because it's not stigmatized and it's not a criminal offense anymore. So you can't always keep rushing the hood and fucking with people for having a little bit of weed on them. And that is a benefit. But at the same time, once again, the black population holds such a small portion of our national economy that once legislation passes for recreational, we're not going to be able to invest and capitalize in the market like everybody else. And that's the part, you know what I'm saying? For my entire life, for 40 years, you've had the war on drugs where you absolutely criminalize the black and brown community because we use drugs at a higher rate than other people. And that's not true. And we don't manufacture drugs in the hood either. And so in the past decade, there was the whole barbiturate epidemic and motherfuckers all on prescription drugs. We don't make prescription drugs. We don't make that shit. And even coke and like, we don't have coke processing factory. We don't grow coca plants in the fucking hood. So y'all send the drugs in here. Y'all send all the drugs into our community and then demonize us and criminalize us for self-medicating because life is so fucking hard and so stressful that we turn to drugs and alcohol and all this other shit you give us. And so by making marijuana recreational, will you alleviate some strains on African Americans? Yes, but financially, will we prosper from it like everyone else will? No, we won't. In Netflix, watch Big Pharma. Bro, what's good? My guy, one of the smartest mans I know. We'll barely profit from it. There'll be some black entrepreneurs who would definitely jump on the bandwagon and establish businesses within the marijuana field, whether it be growing or processing or selling or other products like growing lights or setups or hydroponic setups or different types of wraps and vapes and bongs. And that the marijuana industry is $1 billion fucking industry. There's everything. shit, yo. Everything. From the hardware to the software to the chemicals to the seeds. It's so much shit. And it's wide the fuck open. And once again, if you don't have startup capital to get into any segment of that business, then you're just sitting around spending your money smoking weed all day. What the fuck is that? Making other people pockets fatter. Making other people's pockets fatter. Did I say fatter, fatter? What did I say? Somebody clip that. Run that back. Send that to me. I already told you, this is not water. My tongue is getting fat. So, Elon Musk wants to give Pennsylvanians an extra couple of dollars for signing his petition. Our governor is questioning why he wants to do that. Being all weird because he's the richest man in the world and he can fucking throw money. The same reason 1,000-year rappers are going to a fucking strip club and make it rain because they got a couple of extra dollars to burn. So the fuck what? It's not a big deal, bro. Why you need to investigate him for doing that shit? That's stupid. You're acting real stupid. My bad, missing the YouTube shit. We don't open till 7:30. Well, you got prep time, nigga. I need to be here at 7. Cause I can check my emails. I can send some emails. I can catalog. I can arrange for like 30 minutes. Can I come in a little early? Something. You gotta make it, hey man. It's only 1:30 here, bro. Oh, I keep forgetting the time zone difference. Yeah. He making excuses while he at work. I don't care. Don't fall for that. The only way how you make money off the industry is if you're a owner in a dispensary. And there is no real investment because it's not federally legal. Don't forget, Ruby was a part of the weed industry here in Colorado for a decade. And that's what I say, right? Like, it's not as easy as people think it is. But then Trump says he'll take that shit off the federal shit. He already said it a couple times. He's like, man, the weed shit is done. Just do it, man. Just do it. National Canada did it. And goddamn Trudeau is a fucking weird ass oligarch motherfucking globalist. And he nationalized that shit for Canada. Like, yeah, we not worrying about weed no more. Most people use that shit for medical reasons anyway. So we're gonna paint. I guess we gotta paint. This one's getting close to the end, you know. Started adding the orange and stuff in there. Need to wait a little bit. I want to brighten up some of these whites and the meteor stripes. Add a little bit more white down here and like fluff these clouds a little bit more. And that's why this weekend I went ahead and got colors ready for the next painting. So I do have stuff and I'm prepared for that. So yeah, so hopefully in the next couple of days, I hope I can wrap this up. I really thought I would have been finished with this by now. I've been slow walking it, not gonna lie. Worked on this piece for like a month I don't really think it needed a month, but it did. It needed as much time as it needed. And also on top of that, I've been playing around with the music a whole lot lately. So I've just been creative in a different way. That was not my intention for this year. Trust me, my intention was to really paint super hard this year. And then I stumbled across this music program and like, what do you say, guys? Over a month, for like 2 months. About 2 months, I've been like going pretty fucking hard on this music. Shit, I got a new song. I keep forgetting that shit. Cause I be going so hard with the music shit, bro. Got a new song. I wrote a new hook, very, very simple. There is nothing to this hook at all. It's nothing. The verses are old, and this is what I keep saying about my old bars. I even told somebody this shit like a while ago. They was like, oh, you should write some new shit. New shit, nigga. I got bars from 17 years ago that still slap, bitch. Like I can bring my old shit back now. And I said that before I found this program. I really did. I swear on everything I love. I don't be trying to, you know, but I used to write heavy. And my shit is not great, but I can still, it's something I can still listen to. It's not like, and I got some, I made 2 songs already and I took them off the shit. Cause I'm like, that shit kind of corny. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, that shit kind of corny. I ain't gonna lie, man. I tried it, but nah. But this one right here is not, it ain't nothing super big spectacular, but it's still some bars. You know what I'm saying? It got bars in it. Is it this one? Yeah. This is I call this The Agenda. Like I say, man, this shit old. The hook is new. The hook is just like a few words. There's not even a lot to it, so that shit don't even. That's not a here or there. But once again, I was on my the same shit I be talking about now. That's why I like these old tracks like this, just to prove to people. I've been saying the same shit for fucking years, people. I'm not some new, and then like when I meet people and we kind of start talking about conspiracy theory, like I got a new friend right now, and through like conspiracy stuff, and so I get to the point with a lot of people where I do this, where they'll try to say something or mention or share something, and they've been like sharing stuff with me, and I'm like, I know that, I've already read that, I already watched it, I already watched that documentary. Oh yeah, I already know that. Yeah, I know that too. Just, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this, son. I'm not new to this.
They trying to give us cancer for full body scanners. Aluminum, oxide, fluoride, and barium. Codex, alimentarius, and aspartame. High fructose corn syrup, man, I know I'm not insane. Chemical compounds and pills trying to kill your pain. Mercury and cancer cells and vaccinations kill your brain. All the crap they put in fast food and GMOs trying to make the kids sterile, feeding them these hormones. They build up in your body and start causing damage to you. Deoxyribo, nucleic acid, population reduction. They only want clones, cause that's the easiest way for population control. So they blackball David Icke, Mark Dice, Alan Block, Brandon Turkey, villain Alex Jones. They call us the enemy, America's war zone. I'm here to give you knowledge, make decisions on your own.
I meant to take this out right here.
The corporate agenda, the globalist agenda. They don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. The corporate agenda, the globalist agenda. They don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. Rappers wearing tight pants, gold chains and rhinestones. Seem like the money and fame got their mind gone. Put out plenty mixtapes, but they won't play my songs. Cause I talk about the government and Georgia Godstones. Heart making hurricanes, earthquakes, and cyclones. Did I say something wrong while y'all tapping my phone? Put me on the watch list, hacking on my laptops. I understand the politics, no, my soldiers won't stop. Yeah, I lace my boots tight, I will never flip flop. Catch me in the ICU, resuscitating hip hop. It's the culture of the youth, so I stay 100 proof. Trying to get to the root like a cavity of tooth. Alex Jones, InfoWars, now we got a million troops. Knowledge is my ammunition, and I'm always down to shoot. Facts or fiction, leave it up to you to choose. While the president spinning lines like a hula hoop. They want your loyal agenda, the globalist agenda. They don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. The corporate agenda, the globalist agenda. They don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. 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 The corporate agenda.
Y'all remember when Alex Jones said that? They're turning the freaking frogs gay. The corporate agenda, the globalist agenda, they don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. All right, so now this mixtape right here has 5 tracks on it. So we have Slow Pace, we have the remix to Smoking Lean, we got Big Fish, Catch My Drift, and then last night we added The Agenda. So let's play this through and see how it does it flow, you know, from top to bottom, and see what it sounds like when they going back to back.
Stress a nigga face is fucking flame. Take the same flame, smoking Mary Jane. Get a spark of inspiration that can change your destination. Elevate to higher plane, all in education. Trappers entertainment on the same. If you know the basics, take a middle road and don't complain. If you want advance, there's an old path, make a new way. You can do it one day, today, on a Sunday, or a Tuesday. Forget whatever who say, just as long as you say that you tried your best. When they put you to the test, cause you learn from life's lessons and you live off respect. A whole day, and move with grace at a slow pace, never showcase. Just exhibit excellence in my old days, and make mixtapes from my always. A whole way, and move with grace at a slow pace, never showcase. Just exhibit excellence in my old days, and make mixtapes from my always. My papa was a crackhead, my daddy was the dope man. A bad situation was the state that I was raised in. To live vegetarian is the only life I'm facing. Running from the state, but still I feel caged in. Trying to get a new connect, everything's with Haitians. I rock it up, jumping down and selling to Caucasians. Insane, street life make it hard to sleep right. I smoke weed and the mean still steam pipes each night. Each life makes a decision to try and reach Christ. Don't meet him when I pull heaters, you gonna see light. It seems like all these demons just wanna take mine. In daytime, all these haters, I let them take nine. We moving out of the minutes to have a break time. I'm hard as the streets and you niggas can never break mine. Never see you cry, hustle is a one time. Break a book of 1-9, I just see it one time. A whole day, and move with grace at a slow pace, never showcase. Just exhibit excellence in my old days, and make mixtapes from my always. A whole way, and move with grace at a slow pace, never showcase. Just exhibit excellence in my old age, and make mixtapes for my throwaways. You do it one day, or 2 days, on Sunday, or Tuesday. Forget whatever who say, just as long as you say that you tried your best. When they put you to the test, cause you love from life's lessons and you live off respect. And make mixtapes for my always. And make mixtapes for my always. People say the live for now. Elevate to higher plane. We blowing that green, on that green. We smoking weed lean, we smoking weed lean. The sweetest bud you ever seen. Keep it high all day, all day, all day. Y'all niggas roll hills, but you're really not smoking. That home gun you got right there is for the vultures. I smoke the best reefer around, no joking. You can't see the crystals, they pimpin', it ain't poking. My bitches are vanilla and player, I roll them swollen, hocus pocus. You're hot from the smoking and now I'm blowing. You're moving slow motion and your eyes can't focus. I told you that Doja had the confident choking. You can't come up the high, little but it's still floating. One taste of the kush, well have your nose open. I'm blazing the bush and you know that I'm zoning. The marijuana aroma seems to take over. I'll be sitting in the cypher and I'm building with my soldiers. A piehead for life, I'm a part of the culture. Smoking on that kryptonite, man, I thought I told you. Look in my eyes, getting faded, getting low. We blowing that green, on that green. We smoking weed lean, we smoking weed lean. The sweetest bud you ever seen. Keeps me high all day, all day, all day. That shit got me leaning, I'm about to fucking fall. That shit got me leaning, sweating like a dog. That shit got me leaning, my back up on the wall. That shit got me leaning, all up on your ball. I step and I rock with it, then I take a pause. That shit made me lean, now I'm clapping with the y'all. When I step on the scene, so fresh, no flaws. Blowing on that good green, then I roll it like a hog. Party jumping like a frog, put my brain in the fall. Philly guts off the most, switch and sweet smoke them all. Weed, pipe, water, bubble, or gravity bomb. It doesn't matter cause I'm about to be stoned. While I'm stuffing the calm, homie hitting my phone. Yo, what up, bro? You tryna match one? Where you at, son? I just roll a fat one. No, it ain't no backwood, but it's gonna burn slow. Oh, we blowing that green, we smoking weed.
pioneer for life, I'm a part of the culture. Smoking on that kryptonite, man, I thought I told you. Look in my eyes, getting faded, getting low. We blowing that green, we smoking weed lean. The sweetest bud you ever seen. He say high all day, all day, all day. We sitting in a cypher and I'm building with my soldiers. A pioneer for life, I'm a part of the culture. Smoking on that kryptonite, man, I thought I told you. Look in my eyes, getting faded, getting low. Look in my eyes, getting faded, getting low. Big fish swimming in a small pond. And the women say I'm magic when I wave my wand. So they call me the Don. I'm pumping like amphetamines. I'm a big red ball, thoroughbred pedigrees. And I bang like gorillas, so I stay in the trees. Getting high on the leaves, and I know you wanna leave. When the gates are like me, smoother than some wallabies. And some of my chicks are foreign, Italian and Portuguese. German and Japanese, she favors loose and loose. Norwegian and Chinese, kicking like Hong Kong food. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't like you dudes. You suckers who party poopers, y'all just ruin my mood. Baby girl know the news, so we ain't even gotta talk. To the right, to the room, she stripped out of thong. When I'm sweating like a caveman, I know you feel my bone, cause I made the bed rock like we was the Flintstones. Just a big fish swimming in a small pond. And the women say I'm magic when I wave my wand. So they call me the Don. I'm pumping like amphetamines. I'm a big red ball, thoroughbred pedigree. I'm just a big fish swimming in a small pond. And the women say I'm magic when I wave my wand. So they call me the Don. I'm pumping like amphetamines. I'm a big red ball, thoroughbred pedigrees. Brown skin big, but stimulate my mojo. I'm trying to get her to hump like a Quasimodo. I make my man really talk and do that shit slow mo. Have your ass screaming like you call it for the purple. Sweating beans like pintos for hours like a nipple. Yeah, I got a long stroke and I love you deep throat. If the pussy good, I might let you meet my kinfolk. You can bring a friend too, that's what we into. I hope she's a 10 to a real freaking like you. I'ma beat it down good like I'm trying to fight you. I like exotic women and I know that I excite you. Don't get hyped, boo, I'ma take the time to show you I'm a pimp. I hope you can beat game, cause I talk a lot of shit, real slick like Rick James. Got enough dick for 10 bitches for 10 days, and I ain't never had to pay no chickens to get laid. I'm just a big fish swimming in a small pond. And the women say I'm magic when I wave my wand. So they call me the Don. I'm pumping like amphetamines. I'm a big red ball, thoroughbred pedigree. I'm just a big fish swimming in a small pond. And the women say I'm magic when I wave my wand. So they call me the Don. I'm pumping like amphetamines. I'm a big red ball, thoroughbred pedigree. I'm just a big fish swimming in a small pond. So they call me the Don. I'm just a big fish swimming in a small pond. So they call me the Don. I'm pumping like amphetamines. I'm just a big fish swimming in a small pond. And the women say I'm magic when I wave my wand. So they call me the Don. I'm pumping like amphetamines. I'm a big red ball, thoroughbred pedigrees. Have your ass screaming like you're calling for the popo. Sweating beans like pintos for hours like a nympho. Yeah, I got a long stroke and I love you deep throat. If the pussy good, I might let you meet my kinfolk. You can bring a friend too, that's what we into.
I gotta clip all of that. That's the track. Okay, Big Fish needs to be clipped at the end because whatever that little shit is, don't need to be
Kill him down, stand up. Hey, it's more than a rap. If you catch my fucking drift, I got 2 big ass guns and 2 extra clips. I'm the motherfucking shit, so you better catch a riff before your ass get burned like the end of my spliff. And it's more than a rap. If you catch my fucking drift, I got 2 big ass guns and 2 extra clips. I'm the motherfucking shit, so you better catch a whiff before your ass get burned like the end of my spliff. I finally figured it out. Y'all niggas gotta hate, cause I stay shining. And y'all niggas gotta wait. Early bird catches the bird. niggas out of shape. While y'all stuck in the hood, I move my shit out of state. Playing with them things wrong, now your man's gotta wait. Sleeping in the pine box, home of the red fox. Red dots sticking to your face like some chicken pox. Chuck Norris, so cold, make your fucking neck pop. My goodness, like a prostitute, giving us some headshots. No diddy, I feel no pity for silly niggas who shitty. You want this shit to end, gotta kill me like Pocket Biggie. Down the ride overhead, knock you off your fucking heels, snatch you out your fucking wheels, then I smack you in your grill. South Carolina, Killerville, we do it for real. 843, 30 South, man, y'all know the drill. Yo, there's more than a rap. If you catch my fucking drift, I got 2 big ass guns and 2 extra clips. I'm the motherfucking shit, so you better catch a whiff before your ass get burned like the end of my spliff. Y'all better get some Teflon and strap your fucking vest on. This nigga been flowing strong ever since Desert Storm. This ain't a dance, it's a motherfucking marathon, and I'ma keep running till you weak niggas dead and gone. Niggas get it right, y'all niggas got it wrong. My niggas don't even write, y'all struggle to make a song, and they don't happy arms. If you wanna get it on, bucket till your biggest gone. I ain't even want your charm, you can keep that. My nigga, just relax. Catch me in that same school where y'all fiends be at. I just seen my mother, so I guess she had a relapse. Ever since my cousin Bird showed me how to cook crack, I took to the streets, man, and I ain't never looked back. Why you got your head turned, all your niggas getting clapped, and I got some boys, so you know I'm running with the strap from the field, so we always on attack. Yo, there's more to rap. If you catch my fucking drift, I got 2 big ass guns and 2 extra clips. I'm the motherfucking shit, so you better catch a whiff before your ass get burned like the end of my spliff.
More than rap, nigga. More than rap, my fucking drift. Before your ass get burned like the end of the fire. Some niggas is more than rap niggas. Some niggas is real niggas who just rap. Some niggas is rap niggas. Hello. Shit. The signal was cut.
Fuck. They tryna give us cancer from full body scanners. Aluminum, oxide, fluoride, and barium. Codex, alimentarius, and aspartame. I fuck with corn syrup, man. I know I'm not insane. Chemical compounds and pills trying to kill your pain. Mercury and cancer cells and vaccinations kill your brain. All the crap they put in fast food and GMOs trying to make the kids sterile, feeding them these hormones. They build up in your body and start causing damage to your deoxyribo nucleic acid. Population reduction, they only want clones, cause that's the easiest way for population control. So they blackball David Icke, Mark Tyson, Alan Block, Brandon Turkey, villain Alex Jones. They call us the enemy, America's war zone. I'm here to give you knowledge, make decisions on your own.
I gotta get this shit right here memorized.
The corporate agenda, the globalist agenda. They don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. The corporate agenda, the globalist agenda. They don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. Rappers wearing tight pants, gold chains and rhinestones. Seem like the money and fame got their mind gone. Put out plenty mixtapes, but they won't play my songs. Cause I talk about the government and Georgia Guidestones. Heart making hurricanes, earthquakes and cyclones. Did I say something wrong while y'all tapping my phone? Put me on the watch list, hacking on my laptops. I understand the politics, no, my soldiers won't stop. Yeah, I lace my boots tight, I will never flip flop. Catch me in the ICU, resuscitating hip hop. It's the culture of the youth, so I stay 100 proof. Trying to get to the root like a cavity in tooth. Alex Jones, InfoWars, now we got a million truths. Knowledge is my ammunition, and I'm always down to shoot. Facts or fiction, leave it up to you to choose. While the president spinning lines like a hula hoop. They want your loyal agenda, the globalist agenda. They don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. The corporate agenda, the globalist agenda. They don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender.
Man, look, let me go back at that. I gotta learn this song for real, cause I don't know. Hello. Shit. The signal was cut. I think I might try to make an interlude, like just something in between the songs where it's just like, I don't know. just a skit. I don't know. I need to write a skit, like a funny skit or some kind of. Now I'm thinking, like, as I'm talking, thinking about it, it should be like a news anchor saying something shocking to the public, like exposing the deep state, saying that we're now in a state of martial law, or or aliens are real, or something, like something shocking. It's like on tonight's news. I'm just getting word. This is a live feed. People, we're interrupting the waves right now to bring you this live breaking update. And whatever that is. The fucking world is ending. You know? Goddamn. What's the new telescope? Not the Hubble. What's the newest one? I forgot what that shit is called. Hey, that new telescope, they say they found some kind of cube-like object just floating out in space. Said it might be coming towards us, or it might not be. But it kind of looks like it's coming towards us. But that's neither here nor there. Hello? Shit. Signal is cut.
Yo, they trying to give us cancer from full body scanners. Aluminum, oxide, fluoride, and barium. Codex, alimentarius, and aspartame. I fuck those corn syrup, man. I know I'm not insane. Chemical compounds and pills trying to kill your pain. Mercury and cancer cells and vaccinations kill your brain. All the crap they put in, fast food and GMOs, trying to make the kids sterile, feeding them these hormones. They build up in your body and start causing damage to your deoxyribo, nucleic acid, population reduction. They only want clones, 'cause that's the easiest way for population control. So they blackball David Icke, Mark Dice, Alan White, Brandon Turkey, villain Alex Jones. They call us the enemy, America's war zone. I'm here to give you knowledge, make decisions on your own. The corporate agenda, the globalist agenda, they don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. The corporate agenda, the globalist agenda, they don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. Rappers wearing tight pants, gold chains and rhinestones, seem like the money and fame got their mind gone. Put out plenty mixtapes, but they won't play my songs, 'cause I talk about the government and Georgia Guidestones. Heart making hurricanes, earthquakes and cyclones. Did I say something wrong while y'all tapping my phone? Put me on the watch list, hacking on my laptops. I understand the politics, no, my soldiers won't stop. Yeah, I lace my boots tight, I will never flip flop. Catch me in the ICU resuscitating hip hop. It's the culture of the youth, so I stay 100 proof, trying to get to the root like a cavity of tooth. Alex Jones, InfoWars, now we got a million troops. Knowledge is my ammunition, and I'm always down to shoot. Facts or fiction, leave it up to you to choose. While the president spinning lines like a hula hoop. They want your loyal agenda, the globalist agenda. They don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. The corporate agenda, the globalist agenda. They don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. They want your surrender. They want your surrender. They want your surrender. They want your surrender.
The president
The
spinning
corporate
lies like
agenda.
a hula hoop. Come on, Cash, you gotta spin a hula hoop. They say no, you gotta spin a hula hoop.
They're the freaking frogs game.
Spinning a freaking frog game. Yo, Wendy said, had to laugh the other day. Trump on stage talking about inflation, and in one hand was a box of regular Tic Tacs, and the other hand was what? The teeniest box of Tic Tacs. Shouting, "This is inflation." Yo, Trump been killing them lately. He said something. Damn. Wait a minute. Ain't nobody on my Instagram anyway. Let me post this out. 'Cause I don't know who I shared that shit with, yo. I shared that shit with somebody.
On the way
Dudes for Harris. Have you seen this? White dudes for Harris. Anybody know? Are some of you here? White dudes for Harris doesn't sound like it. But I'm not worried about them at all because their wives and their wives' lovers are all voting for me. Every one of those people is voting for me. So this dude asked AI how the...
This is my story. That's your story.
Salt on it. Never touches the human hand. Very good. Nice and full. Very good.
Yeah, that was my story. I had to share that shit my damn self.
Tupac Shakur. Tupac Shakur. I just want to send another message out to the dudes that shot me. I'm still here. All 5 bullets touched me, but you couldn't kill me. So all you did was really just give me that much more ambition, that much more drive to go forward. You really won't be able to stop me because I'm going to be unstoppable because my heart is strong, my drive is strong. I mean, I feel like God put his hands on me. So thanks to everybody that supported me. For the dudes that shot me, thanks, but no thanks. I'm still alive. You miss. Ha ha. I'm hard to kill. Blah, blah. Nah, 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 nah. Tupac Shakur. I just want to...
He didn't say, I'm gonna come fucking kill you back. But he said enough though. That's wild. That's... You do an interview with the fucking bullet hole still in your fucking chest. All 5 bullets touch me. But I'm hard to kill, nigga. I'm still here. Aha. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all this. Y'all just gave me more drive, nigga. Like, yo, Pac was different. That nigga checked himself out. He was... I think it was the rape case he was going through, but... Like, he checked himself out the hospital and went to fucking court. Like, when he really... His doctor was like, I don't think you should leave. You just got shot, like, yesterday. He was like, well, if I miss this court date, it's going to be even worse than what it is now. He's like, I got to go to court. And he's like, I don't think you should do that. He checked himself out the hospital, went to fucking court, bandaged up, leaking blood in a fucking wheelchair. That nigga was different. Yeah, Tupac. Yeah, he was a different type of dude, man. Motherfucker was a different type of dude. I don't think that shit flows too bad, actually. You know, it seems this little album. I gotta add like a couple more tracks to it, but it definitely seems like something. You know. Excuse me. Excusez-moi. So this has technically 4 songs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because Smoking Lean is, like I said, it's just a different version of the song. So it's a duplicate. So I still say that puts me at 31 songs, I think. Okay, no, so 13, that's 13 tracks right there. And that's 13 tracks. 13, 13, that's 26. 26 plus 5 is 31. Plus 4. Sorry, so there I got 35 songs. That's not too bad, yo. 35 solo tracks. And I'm not done yet. I might have 50 songs for the shit is said and done, yo. And then one day I'm gonna just have a listening party where we run through all 50 fucking songs just to see how long it'll take to listen to all these shits back to back. Well, like I said, there's a 34, but I did take. There's 2 songs that I made that I'm not using right now. I don't like them. I took Party and Fight off. It's always been a weird song to me. I don't know. And that's why it's not on like my YouTube channel. I never put Party and Fight on my YouTube channel. I might add it back to the playlist. I might. And then there's this other like battle verse that I tried called Bars of Fury. And I tried a few different ways to do it, but then I think like it's just the rhyme itself is corny as fuck, and no matter like the different styles I try to prompt it or the different speeds or tempo, like it's just corny rhymes. That shit is not gonna work. So I've written a lot of corny bullshit. I cannot deny that either. I've written a bunch of okay stuff. I probably have written like maybe 1 or 2 like really good songs out of everything. I think Parents and Teachers is still probably one of my very strongest songs. I love Parents and Teachers. I really do like that. And then We Still Riding. Like those 2, because I've performed We Still Riding and nobody knew who the fuck I was, and nobody ever heard that song, and people still like that fucking song. You know, when I performed it, I was like, man, I worked really hard on that. That was a 3-verse solo hood track. And I don't know, I think those 2 songs are good songs. Parents and Teachers is a good song, man. And We Still Riding like on some hood shit. I think that's a really good, clever song. Everything else is okay, and then I wrote a whole bunch of bullshit in between all that. So, hey, we everybody can't be Michael Jackson. What musical artists inspire you? Definitely Tupac is one of my biggest inspirations. He's the first artist that I ever purchased with my own money. Like the first time I bought music myself was Tupac. That's the first thing I ever bought in life. I brought the All Eyes on Me cassette. And then I remember the second album I bought was Bone Thugs and Harmony, East 1999. That's the second shit I bought. Outkast, very big influence on me early on. Mobb Deep and Wu-Tang. Definitely Lupe Fiasco, Talib Kweli. People like that, like real lyricists. I have everything that Daft Punk ever made, yo. Hey, when I say I have everything that Daft Punk ever made, I have the Daft Punk movie. Most people don't even know Daft Punk made a whole movie for their album. But yeah, I even have this. Like, I love Daft Punk to death. Their style doesn't really influence my style that much, but they've been heavily influenced a lot of other people. DMX sampled their music. Jay-Z and Kanye West have sampled their music. Busta Rhymes has sampled their music. And that's just the rappers that I know about. I can't imagine what other pop stars or alternative music acts that have sampled or did some stuff with Daft Punk. I think on one of Kanye West's later projects, he actually had Daft Punk produce a beat for him or collaborate like a whole beat with him or some shit. Like they were a major part of like one or two tracks on one of his albums. I can remember that. Have every album from Kid Cudi, even though his style doesn't really influence my style a lot. I really enjoy listening to Kid Cudi. And B.O.B. is another phenomenal lyricist. I think my style closely resembles B.O.B.'s style other than anybody else. And he's one of the later people that I came across. But I think me and B.O.B. think a lot alike and go deep on a lot of the same topics. I think he's way better at it than I am. Because he's trained himself and he's made that his career. So if nobody's listened to his Elements mixtapes or his New Black mixtape or Under the Dome or even like some of the newer stuff that he's been putting out, like B.O.B. is fucking a phenomenal rapper, yo. And Lupe just dropped a new album too, Samurai. Like Lupe is like, I have every album from Lupe. Like he is definitely is Lupe my favorite rapper? Damn. Lupe my second favorite rapper. Styles P from the Lox. Styles that nigga, yo. I think Styles is probably my favorite rapper. Have to put Lupe up there. Styles isn't as lyrical as Lupe, but Styles has like, if you don't know, just listen to his music. If you don't like that shit, I get it, but I can understand people like, I don't like that shit, but I don't know, that nigga he different, yo. I have to say Styles is probably my favorite rapper. Lupe comes in at a very, very close second. And B.O.B. would definitely be in like my top 5. I have to put Kendrick in there. Styles, Lupe, Kendrick Lamar, Talib Kweli, B.O.B. Something like that. None of the motherfuckers I fuck with. If I had to do a fucking 10-hour ride somewhere, just throw anything on from them niggas. I'm good to go. I'm golden. I'm good to go. I can ride all day. Listening to some shit like that. I never take anything else away from any other MCs or rappers or artists or anything, but as far as like being able to have dope, first of all, original flows, dope concepts and content, and stay consistent and have like real substance in the music where you can actually teach somebody something through the music, or somebody will hear that shit for the first time and be like, whoa, I never knew that. And it's like, yeah, son. Yeah. It's like the first time I heard Bible by Killer Priest. That shit was a whole educational sermon for me. When I was listening to that song for the first time, I'm like, I gotta go do some research. Wait, whoa, wait, what? Oh, God, whoa, oh, shit. What the fuck? Really? God damn. Okay. All right. Caesar Borgia? Who the fuck? I gotta go read a book, man. God damn, he didn't drop too much shit on me. I don't know none of this shit. And once again, I like the artists who would do that shit. You listen to Talib enough, he'll spit some shit, but damn, nigga, I did not know that. And then, for real, B.O.B., he too hard with that shit, yo. B.O.B. will tell you that shit all day. All the shit I be talking about, yo. B.O.B. be right there doing it hard as shit. Like, this motherfucker, this boy good. This boy good right here. This motherfucker goddamn teacher. And I keep saying Styles, because, man, once again, Styles, he just a gangster and a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? He a gangster and a gentleman. And then after I heard the one bar years ago, when Styles says, Styles P, I'm your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. I was like, yeah, you probably are my favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Yeah, that's hard, man. Styles got too much material, man. Styles kind of like Tech Nine in a way. But Tech Nine, he does well. Most of Tech Nine stuff is actually mixtapes. All his albums, because we having like ass of niggas on this shit, yo. But that's the formula though, to get the shit out there. That's how Styles is though. Styles got like way more underground music than like mainstream industry shit. Way more underground shit, you know. And he already said that shit too. He said, I know I won't never blow for the fact that I'm hard. I can't make no pop radio shit like that all the time for y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's not in me. But the streets love that nigga, so he'll always eat from the streets, because I'ma stream his shit. I know niggas don't buy CDs no more, but I still stream his music and listen to that shit, be waiting for this motherfucker to drop some new projects. But now, all my rappers, they don't, like, my rappers only a few years older than me, but that's motherfuckers slowing down, everybody investing in goddamn property, real estate, small businesses, and other shit now, man. So I don't know how long my generation of rappers to keep rapping. Nas, 50. Everybody else, I think Method Man like 52. You know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang, old. Motherfucker getting old, man. Motherfucker got Eminem daughter, about to have a kid. He a granddaddy. How long can grandparents keep rapping? You know? But it is what it is, man. About to have to pass this shit over to the next generation in a little minute, bro. You know what I'm saying? We about to be rolling the fuck up out of here. I was on mid-journey kind of hard today at work. Still can't really get what I want, but I don't know. I think I get really distracted with mid-journey. I really need to lock in again and focus on like the series that I originally started. Because every time I get in there, I be just seeing so much cool stuff, man, and it's just like, I don't know. When I get a weird idea, I'm just like, oh, let me try this real quick. And it's like, no, nigga, go back to your shit, bro, and try to finish up this project you were starting. But then, too, I don't want to force myself to do that just in case I might come up with another good idea. And the project is still there. You know, it's not going nowhere. I already got the idea there. So, Still, I did make some more images of giants today, though. I did try to lock in. But I do like that snow wolf horse thing, too. And so I might go back and play with that a little bit. Say, oh, that shit is fun as hell. All right. What time is it? It's 4:30. Man, I'm hungry. You know what? I didn't eat all my lunch today. Why did I set that there? I didn't eat all my lunch today. I had a really I did some weird shit too. I left my coffee here this morning. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I go to the prison in the morning, and you got to go through all the gates and all that shit, man. And so a bathroom isn't really close by. So on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, I don't drink coffee, so that I don't have to take a piss halfway through my class when I'm in the prison. So I drink it every other, and it's getting colder now, so I really don't mind a nice hot cup of coffee in the morning now, because it's like fucking 36 degrees outside. But y'all made my coffee this morning and left that bitch here. Just left it. I'm already getting on the highway, and I'm driving, and I'm reaching without looking. I'm grabbing. I'm like, where the fuck my damn coffee? Oh, did I leave my coffee? Motherfucker, you ain't grab your damn coffee. Son of a bitch. I did pack like a super big breakfast this morning because I've been doing the protein shakes for a couple days. So I was like, let me not do the protein shake this morning. Just have a good hearty meal. And so when it came lunchtime, I wasn't that hungry. I actually kind of forced myself to eat a little bit. So I only ate half of what I took for lunch. And now I'm fucking hungry again. I knew that shit's gonna happen. I was telling myself as I'm putting the rest of the food away, I'm like, nigga, you're gonna be hungry in a little while. I got myself on such a schedule, man, like just eating and sleeping. If I miss just even 30 minutes or an hour of sleep here or there, or miss a little bit of food here or there, it's just like that should be throwing me off heavy for hours afterwards. Like, god damn it. All I had to do was have a normal sized breakfast, and then I would have finished my entire lunch, and then I won't be hungry a fucking hour early than I'm normally hungry. But I'm happy I live in a country where, me whining about not finishing my lunch is like one of my gripes for the day, and not, is my house going to get bombed or raided or whatever? First world problems, I tell you, man. First world problems are the worst. Well, what do you say is bothering you? Well, I'm hungry because I didn't finish all my lunch earlier. Now I have to eat more. I hate myself sometimes. Here we go. I do gotta eat right now. I'm smoking all that weed and drinking that not water that I was drinking. Your boy is famished. I'm like about to tap out over here.
Hello? Yo, they trying to give us cancer for full body scanners. Aluminum, oxide, fluoride, and barium. Codex, alimentarius, and aspartame. I fuck those corn syrup, man. I know I'm not insane. Chemical compounds and pills trying to kill your pain. Mercury and cancer cells and vaccinations kill your brain. All the crap they put in fast food and GMOs trying to make the kids sterile, feeding them these hormones. They build up in your body and start causing damage to you. Deoxyribo, nucleic acid, population reduction. They only want clones, 'cause that's the your surrender. The corporate agenda, the globalist agenda. They don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. 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 The corporate agenda. The globalist agenda. They don't want your loyalty. They want your surrender. They're turning the freaking frogs, gang.
Is my beans blowing up? Wait a minute. I heard something go boom. I think my beans blowing up. Hmm? It won't let me watch that for some reason.
Nike sandals, feet with his toes out. My dudes to take us out. Yo, I got somebody. He came back with Mason. Mason had on some Nike sandals, feet with his toes out. He was slim, big jean shorts. So he looked at like a pushover, but he was dumping. Know what I mean? And it was close. It was the closest of everybody that ever came, and we actually linked up. He started coming to Yonkers every day to to Powerhouse. That's how songs like Things Done Started, some got made, and all of them kind of songs you would hear with all of us, and then we actually all got signed. Bad Boy. So we started out, Mason, they used to think he was part of us. Like we was together for years getting nice. So trying to find dudes to take us out. Yo, I got somebody. He came back with Mason. Mason had on some Nike sandals, feet with his toes out. He was slim.
You'll never forget that
big
shit.
jean
Yo.
shorts.
Yeah, you nigga had some fucking flip flops.
So he looked at like a pushover, but he was dumping. Know what I mean? And it was close. It was the closest of everybody that ever came, and we actually linked up. He started coming to Yonkers every day to Powerhouse.
But you hear Kiss. It was close. But even then, Young Mace couldn't fuck with Young Kiss, nigga. It was close. That's why he kept coming back around. Yo, Locks, nigga. And Kiss nice, but I love Kiss. I still think Styles my favorite rapper though, man. But that's who the fuck he rap with, yo. These niggas is no fucking jokes, yo. These niggas and Sheek Luke just being a cut. But that nigga got hella bars too, man. He got hella bars too. He just been on some other shit. But Jadakiss and Styles, I ain't know that shit. And somebody brought motherfucking Mace around trying to battle these niggas. It was close. It was the closest of anybody who ever, came out there and tried that shit. Mace got the closest, nigga. He had bars. He looked like a pushover, but he was dumping though. Okay. I like stories like that. Like when the dude told the story of Michael Jackson beating up Tupac. For some reason, that Jada Kiss clip is glitching the hell out of YouTube, bro. It took forever for it to play, and then when I tried to leave from that clip, it wouldn't even let me leave the clip just now. So. Gotta do them oxtails like you do you gotta do these oxtails like you do well, shit kind of remind me of something, but I can't think of what right now. Cannot think of what that shit remind me of.
I'm just laughing. It's hysterical. But I mean,
But no, Charlie,
people act
listen.
like there's no such thing as Google, or we don't have TV, we don't
Well,
have
what
radio.
is it that you think that he said?
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
This morning, a bitter backlash after President Trump referred to Haiti and African nations as S-hole countries during a meeting on immigration Thursday.
This remark by the President of the United States smacks of blatant racism.
Here's what I'll say. You know, this is a man who, as I said in the beginning, was beloved by so many people in this country. And he was friends with everybody. You go
Lot
look
of
at
celebrities,
Jesse Jackson, by the way.
Please
his Rainbow Coalition.
He had black friends. That's not gonna work.
No. He let them stay rent free in one of his buildings. The Rainbow Coalition, because he felt like at the time that was a very important thing. You can go pick apart somebody all you want. It is a traditional talking point to attack Republicans, to call them racist. But when you look at the things that he wants for this country, he wants every person to be successful. He wants Black Americans to be successful, Hispanic Americans to be successful, women to be successful. And he worked that way when he was in the White House. And whether you want to talk about actually funding in perpetuity historically Black colleges and universities, whether you want to talk about the First Step Act that allowed 30,000 nonviolent felons to be released from prison, who the 1994 crime bill actually put in prison. These are things that really...
Mr. Biden.
I didn't even know it was 30,000. I thought it was just 100.
I didn't know how many it was, but
30?
That's a lot.
Isn't it funny that Joe Biden signed the crime bill, got them put in. He signed the First Step Act, got them out, but he's the racist one and he's not, because that's what they told you to think.
First Step Act that allowed 30,000 nonviolent felons to be released from prison, who the 1994 crime bill actually put in prison. These are things that really have, I feel like, spoken to a lot of people, but more so than anything, the economy right now is such that I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
It is hurting you, and it is something that he wants to fix. He wants every American to have their shot at the American dream. And, you know, I hate that that is the constant knee jerk is Donald Trump is a racist, Donald Trump is a racist. I can tell you he wants every person to be successful. He'll work for every American equally. He did that the first term when he was president, and he'll do it again.
How do you ask Mexicans and Muslims to ignore a lot of the rhetoric, Haitians to ignore a lot of the rhetoric that he said about them that is dangerous, that is villainizing, that is demonizing?
Well, I would say anyone who's coming to this country illegally, he's very against, and every American should be very against. If you're an American citizen, Donald Trump doesn't care your religion. He doesn't care what you look like. He will work for you, and he wants to make this country safe for you. We should all want a secure southern border. A lot of the comments get misconstrued that he says about people coming here illegally. They're breaking our federal law to come here illegally.
Thanks.
And that should be upsetting to everyone
When you make these broad generalizations, you do hurt the Haitian Americans that are here, the Mexican Americans that are here. They all get labeled and villainized and demonized.
Yeah, but you know what? I think people are finally seeing through that it's very easy to clip up something like that and say like, oh, let's push this out here. When he's referencing these things, he's talking about people who are illegally in our country. He doesn't want us to have 350 people on the terror watch list here. There was a guy who was arrested the other day, an ISIS member who was arrested the other day who had planned a November 5th election day attack on American citizens. ISIS was eradicated under Donald Trump. We did not even talk about it anymore.
Forgot about ISIS.
He got into the White House and he talked to his top military brass and he said, okay, you guys tell me, how long is it going to take to deal with ISIS? Because ISIS was a big threat. People were constantly talking about it, worried about terror attacks. And they said, sir, it's going to take us a couple of years maybe. You know, we have to call the White House every time we want to have some big operation. He said, how about this? You guys just go do whatever it is you need to do. You don't need to call me. You guys are the experts. I'm not a military expert. You take care of it and let's see what happens.
Okay, straight down the barrel. And 3, 2. Hi, Legion M.
Legion M is the world's first fan-owned entertainment company.
What we're doing with Legion M has never been possible.
4 weeks. ISIS was gone. The fact that we're talking about ISIS back in the here in the United States of America, an ISIS member should terrify everybody. The open border has been a disaster. So yeah, he's upset about it. And yes, he says things about people coming here illegally, and rightly so. And you and I, as American citizens, should be the ones absolutely infuriated that this has been allowed to happen.
I agree with you. The border is a disaster. I feel like the border is a bipartisan issue because the border has been terrible under multiple administrations.
Well, we had the lowest border crossings when Donald Trump was in the White House that we've ever had.
Yes, but I still feel like it's going to take some bipartisan legislation, to actually institute at the border. You can't do executive orders. You can't do that. So how come they can't come to terms on that? And why did Donald Trump shoot down what they said?
I should have just ate this earlier today.
Bipartisan.
I ate all of it.
If you actually read what was in there, there was like $60 billion for Ukraine. There were so many issues with that. It would allow 1.8 million illegal immigrants into our country a year.
I needed that shit so bad.
See, they thought that they was gonna get Laura on here. And she had all the facts. She had all the facts. And she was gonna fall. She said, well, about that bill, it was gonna give $60 billion to Ukraine. Oh, first step act. Oh, 30,000 free black men. Oh, or not black men, but men.
I'm trying to see if they're gonna fact check her. I'm waiting for her.
Oh yeah, they're gonna fact
I'm waiting for the black girl on the right side.
Look, she got the Google up. Look, you see it in the corner. Look, she got the Google up. She said, "Is that true?"
It was nonsense, honestly, Charlamagne. And we should all want a secure southern border. That's why Donald Trump built over 500 miles of border wall when he was in office. And I went down to the border wall and I saw it with my own eyes. I went down to Yuma, Arizona about a month ago. And to talk to the people in those communities, look, they say now every state is a border state because of this. The people who live in Yuma, Arizona are being so negatively impacted. If you're a pregnant woman in Yuma, Arizona, they kind of say, you may not want to plan to have a baby in our hospitals here because they're so overrun taking care of people who cross the border. It's dangerous. They say a third of women are sexually assaulted. The people there told me it's probably closer to 50% who come up over the southern border. So it's terrible for them. But because of them having to take care of all the illegal migrants coming over, you can't even be assured you're going to have a place to deliver a baby in Yuma, Arizona. They say you're going to have to drive either 2 hours to San Diego or 3 hours north to Phoenix. And so having gone and seen it with my own eyes, I'll tell you the most infuriating part to me. You have this border wall that Donald Trump built, and then laying down on the ground where you have a wide open section are pieces of the border wall that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, because they campaigned and said, we will not build another foot of Donald Trump's border wall. It's laying on the ground. And there are people who come right through there. They could stand it up right now if they wanted to, but they won't do it. That is very frustrating, I think, to see right now that we paid for that. It's right there ready to go. And if they're not putting it on the ground, then they're selling it for, pennies on the dollar.
If the bipartisan border bill was so bad, like you say, how come so many Republicans were for it until Donald Trump intervened and said no?
I don't think Donald Trump intervened at all. He's not in an elected office right now, and
he literally told them not to do it.
How do you know?
I don't think that's true. But I also no.
You sitting here laughing.
Well, ask Donald
Were you
Trump
there?
himself. Yeah, he will tell
That's a good question. I wonder for you, how tough is it having the last name Trump? Because you are the co-chair of the RNC. You do have the last name Trump. You're the daughter-in-law. How hard is it for you to have to always answer questions about Donald Trump?
Well, nothing prepares you for this. I can tell you, growing up where I did, I would have never expected to have the last name Trump. I certainly would have never expected to be involved in all of this. And yeah, sometimes it's challenging, but I'll tell you, I really believe when history looks back on this man, this is a man who never needed this job. You know, you have to think back, like we were talking about before, Donald Trump was beloved by so many. He really got involved in politics because he felt he could make a positive difference. And most people would have had that first term in office and seen how much they fought against him and said, you know what, I'm not going to do this again. But he decided to come back and do it again.
Bullets.
They indicted him, not once, 4 times, mugshot, obviously 2 assassination attempts. And this is a man who continues fighting for this country. And I will tell you, I'm incredibly proud to be his daughter-in-law. I'm incredibly proud to have the last name Trump. Does it come with its challenges because there is a lot of negative information out there about Donald Trump? Absolutely. But I can't think of anything better that I could be doing right now than trying to fight for the future of this country. And I really believe that when people think about their life with Donald Trump in office and their life right now, they will always say, my life was better with him in office. And we should all want a great country. And that's what I want. I want it for my kids. I want it for everybody's kids and grandkids. And it's not just about right now, it's about the future of America.
You keep saying he had a lot of celebrity friends and they turned
He
on
sure
him.
did.
How does he feel about that? Because, you know, in the 90s, the early 2000s, everybody was hanging with Donald Trump. They would mention him in songs and all, going to his parties and all these events. But they all have turned. How does he feel about that? Do you know?
Is it because they got told to turn?
I think he knows what he's doing is so important right now. And to kind of finish my point, I think when history looks back on this man, he will truly go down as one of the greatest presidents this country's ever had. He put so much on the line. Look, he's lost zeros off the back of his net worth. He's the only president to donate his salary every quarter. He came out of the White House with less money than he went in. And he does it because he loves this country. And he really does want to see us successful. We are the superpower of the world. That is such a huge deal. But things are going the wrong way in a lot of different aspects. And I think one of the scariest things to him right now is nuclear war. You know, he talks about it all the time, that it is a real possibility right now. You have Russia, you have Iran, you have a lot of bad actors out there who are chomping at the bit. They saw the way we exited from Afghanistan. They see the weakness right now in this White House. And, you know, you want a strong president because you want peace through strength. And that's what we had. He was the only president in 82 years not to have a new war under his leadership.
Now that, what you just said just now about the nuclear war is something I agree with. I feel like there's too much casual conversation about nuclear war from a lot of different world leaders. I don't think we're discussing it enough.
Yeah.
That I agree with.
It's terrifying. And you know, there are a lot of people out there right now who aren't even thinking about this. But imagine the United States gets into World War III, and we indeed would be sucked right into it. The people, our young men and women in this country are going to be sent overseas, and it is going to be horrific. And on top of that, it won't be like any war we have ever seen ever in the history of the world, because nuclear is absolutely terrifying. It would destroy the world.
It's gonna last an hour.
Yeah.
It would be gone.
Yeah. No, it's very scary. And you know, people gave him so. Remember before when he was running in 2016, they were like, we can't give this guy the nuclear codes.
I agree with that though.
Even
down to this point.
He was the only person, Charlamagne, not to get us into a new war. He was the one who got us the Abraham Accords, peace agreements that people said were impossible in the Middle East. So why is that? Why are you concerned about Donald Trump with the nuclear?
Did you see what he did in January 6th?
What did he do on
He
January?
got upset and used his words.
What words did he say though?
The words that you said earlier.
Peacefully and patriotically make your voice heard.
And then what happened after that?
So how are his words actually contributing to that?
Because I think that for me, him being able to just push a button, hypothetically speaking, it's a little bit scary because we've seen he gets a little bit erratic when he wants to.
But he's been in
Well,
office.
nothing
Y'all
happened for
might
4
get
years.
Thank
in
you,
the White House.
She's
In fact,
good. She's
we
good.
had a peaceful world. We had a stable world. We had world leaders who were coming to the table to talk about issues like Kim Jong-un of North Korea, by the way. You know, Obama, when he left the White House, told my father-in-law, he said, the biggest problem you're going to have is North Korea. It is going to be your biggest challenge. It's going to be the hardest thing you're going to have to deal with.
You're wasting tons of money on deodorant. Stop it. Did you know deodorants don't actually stop sweat? Deodorants use fragrance to conceal body odor, which is the same thing.
And so Donald Trump said, all right, I'm going to try to see what we can do here, because we want to have a denuclearized Korean Peninsula. We do not want North Korea with a nuclear weapon. That is detrimental. I mean, talk about nuclear war. Can you imagine? Talk about a loose cannon, Kim Jong-un, really? And so he started trying to make contact with him, and he was the first president to walk across the DMZ and shake hands with the leader of North Korea to have conversations about getting rid of a possible nuclear weapon with North Korea. That is great for the world. Their world leaders did not even try it with Donald Trump because they knew he meant business. When he drew a line in the sand, he meant it. And the proof is in the pudding. So, you can say, oh, well, we're worried about this. You had 4 years. You had no new wars. You had peace agreements instead of wars breaking out.
First time in 82 years.
Look at it right now. It is a hornet's nest, and it is very scary. The trajectory from here to what could happen if you don't have the right leadership.
But it wasn't a peaceful transfer of power. And he didn't do the insurrection.
Stop.
I know you keep saying
insurrection.
But he also
He offered,
said,
offered National Guard troops to Nancy Pelosi. She didn't want to take it. Look, here's what I can
he also
tell
said
you.
we fight like hell.
And we fight.
For
We fight
America.
like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
And if you don't fight like hell,
Okay,
you're
Charlemagne,
not gonna have a country anymore.
every politician, when you go out on the stump,
Even after he got
talks
shot at, which
about-
was terrible, first thing he did was he stood up and say, fight who?
He wants to keep fighting for this country.
No, she is.
And this is my father-in-law. I know things get really heated when it comes to Donald Trump. People have very strong.
Oh, I mean, I have no emotion with it.
People have very strong feelings about this man.
Yes,
But gosh, guys, I can tell you, he is not doing this for any other reason than that he knows he can do the job necessary.
There are narcissists.
He wants to save this country.
I always say there's two reasons people run for office. They're either extreme narcissists or they are actual civil servants.
Well, imagine having a great life. Imagine giving it all up. Imagine knowing that the very people who were applauding you, who invited you to all the fancy events, who were some of your best friends, knowing, we just talked about this, they're going to turn their back on you. Imagine going through it one time and then saying, you know what, I got to come back and do it again because my work is not done here and I really believe I can do great things for this country.
Or you've gotten indicted so many times, that's your way to stay out of prison.
And you believe those
I think he can be with the lawyer and
I
fight
don't
that
know
all
if they're
day.
legitimate or not, but he has the charges. I mean, that's up to for the courts to decide.
Is
But
it?
he
He
did
started
get
running
convicted
before
in
the
34.
charges came.
I mean, that's for the courts to decide. I don't, it's not my place to say
We
what's
all know
legitimate
that
or not.
if his name was not Donald Trump, none of that would have ever seen the light of day.
And she did really, really
Oh,
good.
I like her.
She can debate a little bit. Then when we signed her up.
Y'all didn't hear her
Supposed
on
to
stage.
get her in office.
Y'all didn't hear her on the
Kill her
stage.
comment.
Y'all
Yeah.
ain't see her on the stage with Beanie? She was on the stage right before us.
Last night she stuck to all them points.
At the
Oh,
RNC.
she did? She was? She was on stage.
She,
yeah.
I said,
She like that.
I said, that's Laura. And
No,
she
she
said,
like that.
hey.
I don't know. She's like but she cooked. Hey, she gave them a spanking. And the
That
fact
was
that
nice.
some people in the comments, the comments hate so bad.
Oh, you already know, boy. You already
Y'all
know.
just let her come here and spew lies. What is lies about? I mean, but like, okay,
She
but that's
came
the
with
thing is,
stats.
though, maybe these people are really dumb because like, if all the clips they pull up, if you put that in a different context. Then you could be like, I can say, these people just eat. Like saying fight, they think that merely mean go get a gun and go out. Nobody fight.
So-
Come on now. No,
So,
everyone knows.
do they believe Kamala's going to protect us more within the world standard?
I don't.
There's
I
no
think
way.
they
There's
know
no
that
way
Trump
people
can
can't
do
believe
better.
that.
I think they just think that he might serve a third term and he gonna
And
fight.
it's crazy how we're like, okay, nuclear war is the biggest threat to everyone's safety in the world, but they're like, well, what about January 6th?
Are you kidding? The transfer of power. See, that's what they're worried about is that third term, brother. That's what they're fearful.
Well, they're not actually worried about that. They know that according to the U.S. Constitution and every other president in history, that can't happen.
He already messed up the Constitution with abortion. He can
Oh,
do
did
it
he?
again.
Oh, did he? We left it to the states, and the Supreme Court came and made a decision about that. And that's what happens in the United States. And that's also in the Constitution. That if the Constitution, they think there's something not good in it, they go to the Supreme
No, I
Court
ain't
and they
gonna
review it.
lie. I read something. They said abortion wasn't completely a part of the Constitution. It's like a certain part that said it wasn't a part of the
And it was
Constitution.
always borderline because I remember there was times I think back in the day where it was illegal, people just did them under the table. So it's like I ain't gonna lie, even making it illegal, people still do it under the table. So
No, you
that's
can't.
neither here
The
nor
best
there.
option is leave him to
Leave it to the states.
I don't know how
Leave
you
it to the
argue
states.
that.
Nah.
Laura grilled
I ain't gonna
them
lie.
biased, and that was 10 minutes.
It's 3 wars going on. Y'all really trying to tell me? Y'all really trying to tell me?
And that was a great point. They said when she was like, the illegals are taking up the hospitals in Arizona, so people have had to drive 3 hours to have babies. Oh, reproductive rights. Oh, do they matter now? What about in this case? Do they matter now? Do reproductive rights matter when they're trying to have a baby, or only when they're trying to abort it?
Lord gave him a spanking,
This literally was no wars on this nigga, man.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store.
Now, YouTube has taken my YouTube is giving me a strike for listening to The Breakfast Club.
That ass up in the morning.
But I do want to read some of the comments. Yeah, the comment section is definitely heated in this fucking shit right here. Let me add my little comment. So, anytime on any of these posts now, I literally just put Trump 2024. I'm not about to type a whole long diatribe, debate points or whatever.
About her in particular within her role. I'm not talking about where she lives, what she looks like, anything like that. Nothing personal. This is purely professional. This is purely governmental. Can I continue?
Try to keep it professional.
I already told you what I'm doing, and I'm making that very clear, and I'm not going to change.
Keep it professional.
I have not. I have only kept this professional. You were debating me, and you were violating your own rules. I'm here to talk as a parent. I've got 2 young boys. We live in Glendale. And when they come of age, I am deeply concerned about their educational prospects in this city. I'm also a taxpayer. I pay a lot of taxes in this city, many of which go to this district. And I'm deeply concerned about how that money is being spent, particularly, and I'm going to single out a person at in the school district named Dr. Kelly King, who's sitting right here to my left. Dr. Kelly King, $250,000 a year. Every 4 years, we give her $1 million. We'll be paying for her pension for, the duration of her life after she retires. And she's doing things that I completely disagree with, and I think many members of the community would also disagree with. Previous speakers have mentioned the number of Armenians who live in Glendale. How many Armenians would support what she does? Let me discuss what she's doing. In a recent video in 2017, she reflected Glendale Unified Policy when she stated, we had a lot of resistance from male coaches, horrified at the thought of having a biological girl changing clothes in front of them. Which biological girls are changing clothes in front of coaches in Glendale Unified? That's a question I'm genuinely asking. She continued, it's not a girl. It's not a girl. It's not a girl. You only have boys in the boys' locker room. She just said it was a biological girl.
May I just stop
I'm
for a
speaking
moment?
now. You're not. No, I'm speaking now. This is interrupting my time.
Well, we
Can I
can
pause
pause
this,
the
please?
time. Can you pause the time for a minute? I only want to say that to refrain from personal attacks. So
She
please.
is a government official. She's a government employee. This is not a personal attack. I pay her salary with my tax dollars.
Again, please talk towards the policies that you
I'm
are
talking about-
against
and
and refrain from personal attacks, and your time will continue. Please go ahead.
I bet you didn't know this. In North Gaza, after the conflict, some families are so hungry they tie rocks around their.
In what way have I personally attacked Dr. King? She is acting within her official role as assistant superintendent at Glendale Unified. How is that a personal attack? I'm talking about tax dollars being used in a way that I disagree with.
Continue talking about the policy that you disagree with.
Dr. King quoted to say that biological girls were changing in front of male coaches. And then, so she knows it's a biological girl, and then proceeded to say it's not a girl 3 times. You know it's a girl. You know it's a girl.
Okay,
You know
so
it's a
she's
boy,
an
you know it's a
employee of
boy.
ours, and if you wouldn't mind telling us what policy you dislike.
There is, why am I being interrupted for speaking about an official member, superintendent at Glendale Unified, in an official manner? You cannot interrupt me for that. You have no ability to do that. And furthermore, the rules stated you won't debate. You're debating me right now. I'm going to continue. In discussing permanent records, she states that she keeps permanent records for a handful of trans students literally next to her in her room. She does not indicate that person's gender identity for fear that the parent might find out. Why is she concealing this from parents? She says, kind of go out on a limb, and we know that's controversial to some people. Which people? Which parents? Armenian parents? Christian parents? Are those the ones who are being excluded from knowledge on their own children and their own identity in Glendale's Unified School District? And you preach inclusive policies. We can talk about that policy. Yet she's excluding parents. She's excluding parents. I'm going to continue.
And I might just ask for a pause and ask for information. Maybe I'm mistaken. Can you pause the time for a moment, Mr. Sahakian? Thanks. So I wouldn't mind getting input in terms of is this.
So my understanding, again, is that we are the arbiters of policy. That is our decision. And so our employees are operating based off of our direction and the direction up here at the dais. So it is appropriate to criticize the policy. It is appropriate to question that. It is not appropriate to personally attack and denigrate a specific employee. I do not believe that that is covered under the public comment.
I'm not personally attacking anybody.
Yes, you are, sir.
No, ma'am, I am not. I am not personally attacking her. I disagree with what she said in her role as assistant superintendent.
You disagree with the policy, so please continue with the disagreement of the policy.
I'm disagreeing with her, and this is not, you are debating me right now. You said you would not debate me. Why are you debating me?
So you're using that particular thing inappropriately, the fact that we don't debate. So
I'm not attacking her personally. This is under her official role as assistant superintendent at Glendale Unified. You are not allowing me to speak freely in a government entity about a government employee. I pay her taxes. I have every right to speak about her in particular within her role. I'm not talking about where she lives, what she looks like, anything like that. Nothing personal. This is purely professional. This is purely governmental. Can I continue?
Try to keep it professional.
I already told you what I'm doing, and I'm making that very clear, and I'm not going to change.
Keep it professional.
I have not. I have only kept this professional. You were debating me, and you were violating your own rules.
So, Mr. Sahakian, go ahead and open the time again.
Thank you so much. Dr. Kelly King has worked with Gender Spectrum, an organization which you guys have actually paid money to in several schools. If that's not a conflict of interest, I don't know what is. She's worked with Gender Spectrum to produce gender support plans. In these gender support plans, she ranks parents whether on how affirming they are on a scale of 0 to 10. Who determines that? Based on what criteria? To know that policy. If the parent's not affirming, the parent may not be involved in this document. That's the gender support plan. This may be a private conversation. So let's talk personal now, because she is. This may be a private conversation between that trusted adult at the school. Is that adult trusted by the parent? Who is the trusted adult? Define trust, please. This may be a private conversation between that trusted adult at the school and the student about how we keep you safe at home, emotionally and physically. Who's personal? Professional. Personally, I'm being professional. What she has done and the policies none of you have spoken out against is a complete deviation from that sacred boundary between government and personal lives and privacy, especially of minors. And we're talking about sexuality, sexual identity, and you're not going to divulge that to parents intentionally. And again, she makes over $250,000 a year. While 43%, only 43% of Glendale Unified High Schoolers are proficient in math upon graduation. Only 65% are proficient in reading, and you pay that much money, institute those policies while you're literally failing to produce the adequate students for the 21st century. Thank you so much.
Here are 3 reasons why you should use Codecademy to learn how to code. Now, before I get to number 1, you need to know that right now, they're running a sale of 50% off on a year of their plan. Normally, it's $20 a month.
I confess I'm a little
confused, and I appreciate the argument or discussion that we've been having, but for me, it's a little too conceptual or, I don't know, metaphysical or theological or whatever you want to call it. I want to try to understand what you're asking us to do. Let's take two books that have been much discussed. The first one is called All Boys Aren't Blue. And I will quote from it. I put some lube on and got him on his knees, and I began to slide into him from behind. I pulled out of him and kissed him while he masturbated. He asked me to turn over while he slipped a condom on himself. This was my ass, and I was struggling to imagine someone inside me. He got on top and slowly inserted himself into me. It was the worst pain I think I have ever felt in my life. Eventually, I felt a mix of pleasure with the pain. Close quote. All boys aren't blue. The second is another much discussed book. I'm sure you're familiar with it. It's called Genderqueer. Okay? Let me read an excerpt from that. Quote, I got a new strap-on harness today. I can't wait to put it on you. It will fit my favorite dildo perfectly. You're going to look so hot. I can't wait to have your cock in my mouth.
What the fuck is this
I'm
guy
going to
reading?
give you the blowjob of your life. Then I want you inside of me. End quote.
I think this is school age stuff too.
Mr. Secretary, what are you asking us to do? Are you suggesting that only librarians should decide whether the two books that I just referenced should be available to kids? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay. Tell me what you're saying.
Well, first of all, there's this.
Don't give me a speech. Tell me what you're asking me to do.
With all due respect, Senator, the words you spoke are disturbing, especially coming out of your mouth is very disturbing. But what I would also tell you that we're not advocating for kids to read porn, to Senator Booker's
What
point.
are you advocating for?
We are advocating for random parents not to have the ability, under the guise of keeping kids safe, to try and challenge the world view of every single manner on these issues.
You're getting conceptual again.
I'm not getting conceptual.
Well,
I'm
yes,
saying that-
you are. Yes, you are. Because I want to know what you're recommending. It sounds to me like what some of you are saying, the librarians should decide who gets to see that book.
I'm saying when individual parents are allowed to make a decision of where that line is, and To Kill a Mockingbird, which involves a rape scene, should that book be pulled from our libraries? I think it becomes a slippery
Well,
slope.
I think you ought to think about it a little bit more before you come here.
I've thought about
If you're
Senator-
going to propose something, you ought to be able, in 30 seconds, to be able to explain what you're asking us to do.
Senator-
Ms. Kelly, what do you understand? Well, let me skip you for a second. Mr. Cameron, tell me what you're proposing.
It's pronounced mix.
Mix, how would you like me to refer to you?
Senator, your definition of sexual is synonymous with LGBTQ identity.
I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you to tell me you read those two excerpts. Do you
Genderqueer.
think that, are you asking that only librarians and not parents have any say in whether minors can read those books? Is that what you're saying?
Genderqueer has never been in my school library, so it's never been banned.
Well, suppose it was. Should it be up just to the librarian, or should parents have a say?
There should be facilitation of collaboration between students
parents
and
have a say?
educators. Parents should be working with students and educators to be
Okay.
making decisions because students
Right.
are.
And who decides ultimately? The librarian, or do you take a vote, or who takes the vote?
Book review committees in the community in my school district.
You want a committee to decide?
There are committees.
Okay. Well, I'm asking you, how do we decide whether the 2 books that I just referenced should be available in the library? What would you, if you were running things, what would you do?
All Boys Aren't Blue, the scene you mentioned, is about sexual abuse.
I know what it's about.
It's not
What would you do in terms of making the books available? Would you say anybody can see them, or they have to be in a special session?
Students who do not read books like All Boys Aren't Blue cannot learn what is
I
appropriate.
understand that.
They cannot learn.
I understand, but none
about
of you want to
abuse.
answer my question. You come here and you say censorship is bad, and of course it's bad. But the obvious response is, okay, you heard the books we're talking about. Okay, we're not talking about Catcher in the Rye. So tell me what you want, who gets to decide. And all I've heard is the librarians. This had nothing to do with it. And if that's your response, what planet did you just parachute in from?
Parents, Senator.
Or what country, more appropriately? This is not China.
Parents, Senator, for all due respect, parents absolutely have a say. My parents were immigrants, came to this country. We never checked out books without our parents seeing what books we were reading. They encouraged us to read
Mr.
books.
Secretary, I understand this is good for your politics back home.
It's got nothing to do with
but
my
I'm not-
politics. My
no,
bill
of
is
course
passed.
it does.
My bill is
It has
passed.
everything to do with your politics.
I'm here to.
But you came here with a problem, and I'm trying to understand the solution, and you don't have one.
We solved the solution.
Other than to tell us that we don't agree with you, you're on the wrong. We'll be on the wrong side of history.
We solved the problem in Illinois. We fixed it because we.
Well, there are others you could work on.
Well, that's why
I'm
I'm
out
here to
of
help.
time.
Bresnahan took over his family company as a teenager, sold it to a foreign private equity firm, invested in China. Now he'd vote for tax breaks to millionaires like him and risk your
When you grill these motherfuckers on that shit like that, that's all they do. Him and Han and try to tell you a fucking story. Give me an answer, bro. Who decides this shit? How do you want this shit to play out? You come in here saying all this shit and you don't even fucking know your goddamn self. You don't even know. You know why? Because you know it's fucked up. And nobody shouldn't have these fucking shit. That shit should only be available for adults. No minor should read that shit. What the hell?
Tell you why I stopped paying for all my other sample libraries. This is Arcade by Output. This thing has sound, sample.
But unfortunately, Governor Walz isn't here himself, but don't worry, he'll say that he was. He's going to say he was. I used to think the Democrats were crazy for saying that men have periods, but then I met Tim Walz.
Okay, so Governor Tim Walz is on The View this morning with an interview, and they ask him all the same questions they asked Kamala Harris. And of course, he couldn't answer them to save his life. And he, again, overlooked his web of lies because they asked him about that as well. So what we're going to do is take a look at this interview and talk about it. And where we're going to start first is the number one question, which is what will be the difference between Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and their administration versus Kamala Harris and a Tim Walz administration? Watch.
Well, Governor, voters are saying change is a critical issue this election. But our ABC poll shows only a third of Americans believe a Harris-Walz ticket would bring that change. I want to pose a similar question to you that we asked Vice President Harris. Can you point to a policy decision over the last 4 years that you and the Vice President would have handled differently from President Biden?
Well, I think this expansion on Medicare is something that I wish would have been proposed sooner. But look, they're tackling the issues that they needed to. They came out of a pandemic that Donald Trump had left a mess for, an economy with supply chains that were broken. But I think focusing on this care economy, the two things that the Vice President proposed that I hear everywhere, especially in rural America, is this issue of affordability on childcare and the ability of seniors to get health care, protecting that. So I think just in this last week, you saw a major rollout in protecting rural hospitals. This is a big issue. We have ambulance deserts in large parts of America, Minnesota included, where you can't do that. And I think she's really leaning into these issues that impact people personally, and then doubling down on whether it's housing or child tax credit. Those are pretty big differences.
All right, so obviously, number one, I find it funny how Democrats blame Trump for the pandemic. Okay, so it's Trump's fault that there was COVID, and it was as crazy as it was. It's his fault that the supply chain shut down, because we know most of the things we're getting in our economy is coming from China, and the virus originated from China. But hey, it's his fault, right? That's how out of touch these people are. And of course, it's politics, so we know they're going to lie about it. But I just find it funny that that is his response to the question. And again, he didn't answer it, because there will be no difference. It will just be continuation. I mean, he said it, an expansion on Medicare. I mean, he didn't say we're going to do this differently. He said we're going to expand. So you're going to do more of the same is what you're saying. And the thing about your vice president nominee that you would want as the presidential candidate is you'd want them to be able to make the case better than you can. And that's not Tim Walz, because remember, he likes to misspeak, which they ask him about here.
Can't there be no gray area? And how would you convey to voters they may be concerned that there's a trust issue?
Yeah, I do think you have to be careful about this. If it's stating, in Hong Kong in August of 89, 35 years ago, I think people do separate that between a pathological liar like Donald Trump. They did it out there. But I do think it's important that we're careful about how we speak. It's something for me is, I think, being a teacher, being a coach, I just speak from my heart. I speak honestly. I speak in the moment. And in preparing for a debate, I told my team that I felt like I'm at a disadvantage in a debate because my tendency is to just answer the question that you're asked as quickly as you can.
That's never what you do in a debate.
That's right. They would say that. So yeah, I think so. But I think the public sees this, just the massive amount of misinformation that gets poured out there. It is important to be detailed.
Oh, wow. Okay, so if I'm passionate and I care about what I'm talking about, it's okay for me to lie. Like lying about my retired rank from the military, right? I mean, that's okay because I love the military, I love my service, and so it's okay for me to tell people I retired as a command sergeant major. Okay, it's okay to tell people I was somewhere when I wasn't. I guess it's all okay. So if Trump lies, but he's passionate about the country, it's not okay. So there's another contradiction when it comes to their messaging because it just doesn't make sense. And obviously he tries to wrap in that Trump is a pathological liar. So if Trump is a pathological liar, then every one of you guys are pathological liars. Now, we do know that you guys are pathologically Trump deranged. I mean, look at his response when they asked him about Trump's visit to McDonald's.
What do you say about the
That is a
perception
poll,
that the economy is doing poorly, and what
Yeah.
do you say to these Americans who feel like they're struggling?
Yeah, well, if they're saying they are, they are. And I think for all of us, with prices being out there, I think that's why Vice President Harris has made it very clear that that is a top priority, whether it's focusing on home ownership, which we know these proposals work. If you do things with down payment assistance and you create 3 million more homes, we were able to do it on a state level in Minnesota. Now Minneapolis has 12% more homes and rents went down 4% last year. This can work on a national level. And then this idea of price gouging and price fixing. 37 states already have this in play. You saw when there's a hurricane in Florida, airline tickets shot through the roof. That's not capitalism, that's price gouging. And I think then focusing on the tax cuts going to them. And it's important for us to talk about what Donald Trump is going to do because he did keep a promise his first term. He cut taxes for the wealthiest. He drove up the debt to the numbers we haven't seen. And this time he's coming after things like Social Security and Medicare, calling them Ponzi scheme that won't work. So I think the message has to go to talk to people. I think it's connecting, as I say. Vice President Harris and I grew up middle class. We understand that. She actually worked in a McDonald's. She didn't go and pander and disrespect McDonald's workers by standing there in your red tie and take a picture.
Oh, okay, so he's now pandering to McDonald's workers. But the last time we checked, wasn't she just pandering to black people by going to a black church over the weekend? So that's number one. Number two, clearly the Democratic policies over the past 4 years have done more damage to people who work at McDonald's. So I don't think that what you're saying is actually true because clearly everybody was doing better under Trump, especially people who work at McDonald's. So I just, I understand there's a game that is being played here, but I think they're spending too much time trying to talk about Trump instead of talking about what they're going to do differently. I think that is a huge messaging mistake. One of the other big mistakes that this campaign has made is their messaging to men. And yes, once again, they whipped on that too, because look at the gift that The View gave Tim Walz and just how cringe it really was.
So we've got The View and a dad in plaid.
Most people have no clue that in 2024, the best way to make money with Amazon is not with physical products. It's Amazon's other company, Audible. Audible has been paying me a steady and reliable income every month for years, and I'm not the only one. People like...
That's the single greatest trend I've ever got.
So that's for you to freshen up that wardrobe a little.
Okay, so before I give you guys my opinion on that, if you get value from this video, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our channel. If you want to support us further, you can go to the link in the description below, grab yourself a t-shirt, or buy us a cup of coffee. Now, any real men out there, whether you are young or old, I know you don't watch The View. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, I don't think you would ever catch a man wearing The View logo on a plaid shirt. Okay, that's number two. Number three, we know that is a stunt. We know that's a little play to try to get men to feel okay to vote for Kamala Harris. So we're not buying it, all right? That's the bottom line. Just like we're not buying his hunting trip that was really fake, a photo op at best. He didn't even know how to load the shotgun, for the record. But hey, that's a whole nother thing. Listen to what Joy confronts him on when it comes to his hunting trip.
So you're out hunting pheasants.
Yep.
Is that enough to convince people there's a middle ground on this issue? Because right now, right wingers are coming after you for how you handle your shotgun.
Well, I can shoot better than all of them. I got the trophies to prove it.
Yeah, so he's just a complete joke, all right? What I want to do right now is play you a clip from Sir Michael Singleton when he was on CNN. And I thought the way that he broke down Tim Walz is exactly the way that I believe most people see Tim Walz, especially in these battleground states. Check it out.
Tim Walz was selected because he was supposed to help Vice President Harris with rural white voters, hunters, and we saw a video of the guy struggling to load his shotgun. And Democrats said he's an avid hunter. He has a ton of guns. He couldn't load an A400. I have one of those guns, semi-automatic, easy to load. And then he said, you see this little thing here? Because when you get older, it sort of helps protect you. It's called a recoil pad. It does soften the blow. But he didn't even know the proper name. So if any hunter out there who saw that video, they're thinking, this guy doesn't know anything about firearms. They need to get a refund, just like the little pretend Bass Pro Shop suit he got. They should have went with the governor of Pennsylvania.
Okay. There's just a couple of things I have for you guys. So number one, I think Tim Walz should probably focus more on learning how to tell the truth and also answer questions better than his running mate, because both of them, when it comes to interviews, they're just the worst. Listen, the second thing too is, at this point, we know what their messaging is. Trump is bad, threat to democracy, he's unstable, unhinged, and I keep telling you guys, what's funny is they continue to be the same thing that they accuse Trump of being, meaning they're the ones who are unhinged. Tim Walz, you don't even know how to load your own shotgun. That's number one. Number two, you whipped on the whole George Floyd riots and how you responded on that. Number three, you've lied every step of the way of your political career to get to where you want to go. No wonder you and Kamala Harris are a team, because both of you guys flip-flop or lie about everything possible to get to where you want to go, which means you guys really don't believe in anything. Yeah, so like I stated, I believe Tim Walz is a joke. Really, I don't take him seriously. Kamala Harris calls Trump an unserious candidate. Tim Walz is an unserious candidate. And we know that he continues to be caught in his web of lies time and time again. So what do you guys think about this interview with Tim Walz and that plaid shirt with the View logo on it? What are they trying to do, right? Is there a message they're trying to send to men? I just don't buy it whatsoever. I mean, give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Now, we know that him going on The View and how he explained that fake hunting trip is all just a stunt. But if you really want to see a stunt done in the right way, there's a video of me talking about Trump trolling Kamala at the McDonald's over the weekend, and you could click on that video because it's coming up right now.
Biden administration finally agreed to ban Peter Daszak and EcoHealth Alliance from receiving any more funding for gain of function.
The President of the United States must set a standard, not only for our nation, but understanding the standard that we as a nation must set for the world. You know, we as representing the United States of America walk into rooms around the world with the
So former President Trump did two things today that was epic. Number one, he trolled Kamala at a McDonald's up in Feasterville, Pennsylvania. It's like North Philadelphia. And then also became the first presidential nominee or president to actually work a McDonald's drive-thru, which you guys are going to enjoy the clips, okay? Now, at the same time, today was Kamala's birthday. She also pulled her own stunt by attending a black church, I guess to get more black votes. And a new interview from her and Al Sharpton did drop today, so we're going to take a look at that. Let's just start with Donald Trump. Can we?
The press wants to see this. Well, he's a wealthy guy. He owns a lot of McDonald's. It's great, thank you. We're just standing up, right?
Yo, it's too funny, but I can't watch the whole thing, yo. This motherfucker is really at fucking McDonald's loading up some fries. Never touches the human hand. Perfect delivery. You know what I'm saying? Fries, salt. Perfect. I did that perfect. I can do this all day. You know, I probably could like working at McDonald's. You know, I'm being honest. Honestly. I could like it here, man. This motherfucker went to McDonald's. Kamala went to church. Yo, it's so wild. This is so wild right now. I swear it is. Oski woski broski. I bet that little neighborhood up in North Philly had fucking snipers, rangers, undercovers, everybody out this bitch, nigga. But then the hood gonna be like, gotta keep them safe anyway. Yo, the hood fuck with Trump now, yo. Again, you know? I think the hood was brainwashed for a little minute. But enough people speaking out, man, trying to shake everybody up out their sleep. Nigga, wake up, nigga. He was cool for, right? We was cool with the dude, right? Well, the news told me, fuck the news, motherfucker. Think for yourself, bitch. Think for you think. It's hard. I know it is. I know it's hard, but try. Just think for yourself. You know what? You're right. Yeah, dumbass. Turn the TV off, man. Smoke a blunt. Listen to some music. Damn. Motherfuckers in a trance. For 400 years, nigga. Wake your ass the fuck up. She was like, money? You don't need no damn money. Oxtails.
843, kill a deal, stand up. And it's more than a rap. If you catch my fucking drift, I got 2 big ass guns and 2 extra clips. I'm the motherfucking shit, so you better catch a riff before your ass get burned like the end of my spliff. And it's more than a rap. If you catch my fucking drift, I got 2 big ass guns and 2 extra clips. I'm the motherfucking in the hood, I move my shit out of state, playing with the things wrong. Now your man's gotta wait, sleeping in a pine box. Home of the red fox, red dots sticking to your face like some chicken pox. Chuck Norris, yo, make your fucking neck pop. My goodness, like a prostitute, giving us some headshots. No pity, I feel no pity for silly niggas who shitty. You want this shit to end, gotta kill me like Pocket Biggie. Down the ride overhead, knock you off your fucking heels, snatch you out your fucking wheels, then I smack you in your grill. South Carolina, Killerville, we do it for real. 843, 30 South, man, y'all know the drill. Yo, it's more than a rap. If you catch my fucking drift, I got 2 big ass guns and 2 extra clips. I'm the motherfucking shit, so you better catch a whiff before your ass get burned like the end of my spliff. Y'all better get some Teflon, strap your fucking vest on. This nigga been for strong ever since this first off. This ain't a pass, it's a motherfucking marathon, and I'ma keep running till you weak niggas stand gone. Niggas get it right, y'all niggas got it wrong. My niggas don't even write, y'all struggle to make a song, and they don't have your arms. If you wanna get it all, pocket till your niggas gone. I ain't even want your charm, you can keep that. My nigga, just relax. Kiss me in that same spot where all the fiends be at. I just see my mother, so I guess she had to relax. Ever since my cousin Bird showed me how to cook crack, I took to the streets, man, and I ain't never looked back. Why you got your head turned, all your niggas getting clapped, and I got some boys, so you know I'm running with the strap from the field, so we always on attack. Yo, it's more than a rap. If you catch my fucking drift, I got 2 big ass guns and 2 extra clips. I'm the motherfucking shit, so you better catch a whiff before your ass get burned like the end of my spliff.
They trying to give us cancer for full body scanners. Aluminum, oxide, fluoride, and barium. Codex, alimentarius, and aspartame. High fructose corn syrup, man, I know I'm not insane. Chemical compounds and pills trying to kill your pain. Mercury and cancer cells and vaccinations kill your brain. All the crap they put in fast food and GMOs trying to make the kids sterile, feeding them these hormones. They build up in your body and start causing damage to you. Deoxyribo, nucleic acid population reduction. They only want clones, cause that's the easiest way for population control. So they blackball David Icke, Mark Dice, Alan Block, Brandon Turkeyville, and Alex Jones. They call us the enemy, America's war zone. I'm here to give you knowledge, make decisions on your own. The corporate agenda, the globalist agenda, they don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. The corporate agenda, the globalist agenda, they don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. Rappers wearing tight pants, gold chains and rhinestones, see like the money and fame, got their mind gone. Put out plenty mixtapes, but they won't play my songs, cause I'm talking about the government and Georgia Godstones. Heart making hurricanes, earthquakes, and cyclones. Did I say something wrong while y'all tapping my phone? Put me on the watch list, hacking on my laptops. I understand the politics, no, my soldiers won't stop. Yeah, I lace my boots tight, I will never flip flop. Catch me in the ICU, resuscitating hip hop. It's the culture of the youth, so I stay 100 proof. Trying to get to the root like a cavity of tooth. Alex Jones, InfoWars, now we got a million troops. Knowledge is my ammunition, and I'm always gonna shoot. Facts or fiction, leave it up to you to choose. While the president spinning lines like a hula hoop. They want your loyal agenda, the globalist agenda. They don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. The corporate agenda, the globalist agenda. They don't want your loyalty, they want your surrender. 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 The corporate agenda. Freaking frogs game.
They're turning the freaking frogs game.